having me here this afternoon. Just want to acknowledge the MC, Ms. Maki Kobayashi. I would like to acknowledge the president of the Show Women's University, Ms. Mariko Bando. I'd like to acknowledge Akiko Yuji, professor at Kosei University, Ms. Kaniko Inoguchi, PhD member of the House of Councillors, my own ambassador, Ricardo Alcock, and to all of you here. I'm just so happy to be in Japan. I would like to thank the Japanese government and the Japanese people for inviting me here, and also for the long friendship that we have had with Japan. 50 years of friendship. I think that deserves a round of applause. Thank you so much. I just want to show you just a little bit about Jamaica before I start to speak. And I'm sure a lot of you know Usain Bolt. You know Usain Bolt, and you probably know Bob Marley as well. But we also have the fastest woman runner. Her name is Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. So we have the fastest man, and we have the fastest woman as well. So I just want you to look a little bit at Jamaica. Can you turn the volume? Pictures are still good. We want to show you a little bit of what Jamaica looks like and where Jamaica is in the globe. We're in between North and South America. Just wanted you to see where we are. Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, let me say that it is indeed a great honor to be in Japan and to attend this very important symposium. I must tell you that I feel quite at home here in Japan. Number one, you're driving on the left side of the road, which is like Jamaica. And not a lot of countries that I've been to drive on the left side of the road. This is a very beautiful country, and I'm enjoying your weather. Of course, Jamaica is a lot warmer, but of course, this is beautiful weather indeed in your fall. Japan is indeed a lovely country. Today we have Japanese nationals residing in Jamaica and vice versa. We also trade with Japan in areas such as coffee beans, alcoholic drinks, tobacco, automobiles, and machinery. We share a common bond also where culture is concerned, particularly in terms of our reggae music. So a lot of you probably have listened to reggae music. Ladies and gentlemen, I particularly welcome the focus of this symposium on women and how we can change the world. Women, in fact, have already changed the world, but we can do a lot more going forward to participate in and also change the world. Just a bit about myself. I am a member of Parliament for Montego Bay, Jamaica. I am a minister in the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, and I'm one of 5 women in Parliament out of 63. So you understand that we also have the same imbalance that you have. I understand that about 3% of your parliamentarians or persons in government are women. And how many of you would like to participate in government at a higher level? Let me see the hands of anybody who would like to be a part of government. Nobody? Okay, well maybe I can encourage you. because I think it's very important that women participate fully in the lives and development of our country. We have an important role to play, because without women, the world could not go around. Without women, there'd be a great imbalance in the world. And we bring balance to decision making and to making the world a better place. And I have facts and figures to prove that to you. You might not realize how important you are as a person. First of all, you are created equally with men. Men are not better, women are not better, we're equal. But we have different perspectives, and we have different things and roles and thoughts that we can bring to society and that we have to contribute. Everybody has a purpose in life, and everyone has a dream. And when I was young, I dreamt to be a lawyer. I kept talking everywhere I went. In class, I was always talking, and the teachers would tell me, shut up. But not knowing that that was the gift that I had to bring to the world. So I would often represent people in the class and say, you know, this is not right, or this should be done, and I would be told to sit down. Village lawyer, that's what they used to call me. But then I became a real lawyer because I had a dream, even when I was 12 years old, that I would be an attorney at law. I became an attorney at law in Jamaica, and then I moved to Canada, and I became a lawyer in Canada for many, many years, 25 years. I represented persons who were underprivileged, underrepresented. I represented refugees before courts and panels, and I also became the diaspora leader for Jamaica in Canada. While I was at university as well, I was also voted in as the president of the Students' Union. And of course, I would also voice my concerns and the concerns of those around me. And so, even while I was in Canada, I became the counsel to the Ontario Human Rights Commission. And there I litigated many cases on behalf of many persons from all over the world. And I must say that I had a successful career. And then I felt the call to go back to Jamaica, because I felt that Jamaica needed me. I felt that I would like to contribute in my life to the success of others, and in particular to the success of women. And so I went back to Jamaica, and I ran in politics. I only went back for 1 year and a few months. And everybody said, you didn't know anybody, you've left here for so long, how are you going to win? But I knew in my heart, and I had the faith to know that I would win. And I did win. And here I am today in Japan talking to you. So there's a progression there where I had the confidence, I had the dream, I had the experience, and I had the knowledge. But more than all, I had the faith to know that I would be what God wanted me to be. And so therefore, I believe everybody, every woman in here has a purpose in life. You're created for a particular thing. It's bigger than your job. It's bigger than what you're doing now. But you have a dream, and there's a dream that you can fulfill. But you must prepare yourself to fulfill that dream. You must prepare yourself through your studies and through your activities to learn more about what you can do as a person. And so I would just say that there's so much that you can do to fulfill that dream. Women are very important. Women are the largest economic opportunity. The most convincing business case for women comes from Silverstein and Sayre in 2009, a study who show that women are a bigger economic opportunity than India and China combined. In 2009, women globally earned $13 trillion, which is double the combined GDPs of China and India, which is $5.6 trillion. This female income is projected to be 18 trillion in 2014. Women control majority of consumer spending. In your household, your mother decides how the money is going to be spent, whether on the children, on your education, on health, on the groceries, on the housing. Women control 70% of spending across the globe. Women create their own wealth. Many women are now entrepreneurs, going into business on their own. Women improve corporate performance, and I want you to listen to this very carefully. Women are shown to have positive effects that improve corporate performance. Catalyst 2007 compared Fortune 500 companies on the representation of women on all their boards and their corporate performance. They found that when comparing the worst and the best quartile of female representation, this had significant effects on the corporate performance. Return on equity increased by 53%. Profit margin increased by 42%. And return on invested capital by 66%. They also found that a minimum of 3 women on board gave the best results. So when you have women on your board and when you have women in a corporation, you have improved profits and improved results in your business. McKinsey, which is another study in 2007, confirms this relationship. They find that companies with the highest gender diversity teams as compared to the industry average see a much higher return on equity, 10%, and a higher operating result by 48%, and a stronger stock price growth of 70%. In addition, having at least one woman on the board decreases bankruptcy by a full 20%. Increasingly, companies with more women on their boards see better corporate governance and ethical behavior. Women also strengthen the economy and increase the next generation welfare. Women reinvest a far greater amount of their earnings on their children's education and health than men do. And whereas men spend greater amounts on entertainment, thus helping women earn their own income, has a direct effect on the next generation. Women are also increasingly well educated. In Japan, I believe that 96% of graduates are your rate in secondary schools, which is the second best among nations in 2010. And it seems to me as if there is a lot of scope in Japan for women. Goldman Sachs states that Japan's GDP could increase by 15% by employing more women. Goldman Sachs also states that for Japan, we believe that gender equality is possibly the most powerful action for the government to take to promote long-term sustainable growth. So women, you represent a great opportunity in this country. You represent the next wave of growth and development, and your participation can change Japan. Your participation can change the world. And I dare say that you have a big opportunity in front of you, because Japan has only 3% of women in government. So I think that looking at you today, speaking to you today, you are one of you, the next president of Japan. Thank you very much.